Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for this self-care yoga class. In today's class, we're going to take care of our minds and our bodies through really juicy stretching and feel-good movements. These are one of my favorite classes to enjoy in the evening before bed when I just need to unwind. So congratulations for clicking on this video and taking some time to take care of yourself, because I know with all of the busyness and responsibilities of life, it's definitely not easy. So all you're going to need for practice today is a yoga mat, and a block is optional but might come in handy. And whenever you're ready, we'll get started lying on our belly. So make your way onto your belly. Extend your left leg to the left corner of your mat, right leg to the right corner. Bring your right or left ear to the mat. Have your palms face up. And just start to sink your shoulders. Sink the bottoms of your hands, your forearms, even your cheek. Feel where you may be storing some clenching or tension. Maybe in your neck, maybe in your jaw, maybe in your hips. And when you notice where that tension lies, breathe into that space and let it melt away. Let it evaporate like raindrops evaporating from a lake up into the clouds. Just beginning to give our brain a beautiful space to rest and find peace. When you're ready, blink your eyes open, swing your arms all the way out in front of you. Reach your arms out forward, find a nice stretch. As if we're just waking up almost. Stretching through your fingers, through your toes. And exhale, release. Slide your elbows in, come into Sphinx pose. Draw your shoulders down and back. Reach your chest through your shoulders by pulling those shoulder blades together to open up through the lower belly. Maybe find engagement in the glutes here. That can help you to stabilize and use your elbows to pull back to open up your chest a little bit more. Maybe close your eyes and breathe. Inhale. And exhale, lower all the way down. This time bring your palms to your chest. Ease your way on up. Send your hips back to a child's pose. Extend those fingertips out long. Be a little active in this child's pose, wiggling your hips from left to right. Now walk your hands over to the right. Stack your left palm on top of the right. Sink that left hip towards the back left corner of your mat. And walk your palms over towards the left. Walk your palms back through to center. Roll on up into a cat position, pushing the mat away from you with your palms. Relax the back of your neck. And release, coming through a neutral position, having a seat on the backs of your heels. Roll your shoulders down and back. Reach your right arm up, bend your elbow, and see if you can pull that right elbow down just for a nice shoulder opening. And release, switch off the sides, left elbow bent. And release, reach your arms behind you, interlace your fingers. Just find a nice exhale, sighing it out, just unwinding, getting ready to relax. And release the clasp of your hands. Walk your palms all the way out. Roll on through into an up dog. Bring your left toes towards the left corner of your mat, or right toes towards the right corner for a little bit of wider legs. I find this helps ease some of the pressure on the lower back. Inhale. And exhale, send your hips up. Have a flip over just onto our bottoms. Extend your legs out long. Now take your right foot, maybe take the bottom of your right foot to your hip crease or just to where your left knee is. So if you want to take the half lotus variation, that's what I'm taking here. Inhale, reach your arms up, and exhale, fold over that left leg. Maybe bending that left leg slightly. And just feel into this pose. Letting the left leg especially, actually relax and release. And inhale, rise back up. Bring that right knee in towards your left inner thigh, and now pivot your hips to face the side of your mat. Reach your right arm up and forward, over. Extend that left arm towards your toes. Find a nice side stretch in that right side. And rise all the way back up. This time planting your right hand. Sweep your left arm all the way up and over. Inhale. Exhale, sweep that left palm all the way through towards just behind your left sit bones. Reach your right arm up. And if it's in your practice, grab your right leg, extend that right leg up. And release back down. Pivot all the way to the front of your mat. Come onto your right knee. Sink your hips down. Inhale. Exhale, step your right foot on the outer edge of your palms. Sink into lizard lunge. And close off your lizard lunge. Pivot your way onto the bottom of your left foot, your heel. Come into Skandasana with our right leg bent. If it's in your practice, reach your left arm up. Maybe take a bind. And release your bind. Lift on up. Come into a wide-legged forward fold. Toes slightly in, heels slightly out. And surrender in. And really relax the spine here. Hanging heavy. Letting gravity do the work. Maybe grabbing the backs of your calves, drawing your chest down a little bit further. Take a halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Walk your palms over towards your left foot. Bend your left leg, coming into Skandasana. Inhale, reach. Maybe find a bind. Release the bind. Pivot your foot just so that your left foot is resting inwards towards your right inner thigh. Right leg out long. Hips just pivoting slightly towards the side of your mat. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Extend your right arm forward and reach all the way up and over towards your right toes. Really do your best to actually relax that right side body, that right hip, or your left side body, left hip. You'll feel a really refreshing release. Inhale, reach all the way up. Plant your left palm behind you. Send your right arm up and over. Exhale, sink your hips. Reach your right palm all the way forward and then back behind you. Reach your left arm up and over. And if it's in your practice, maybe grabbing the outer edge of that left foot, straightening it out, or grabbing your toe. Just lengthen through your left hamstring. And breathe. Exhale, bend your left knee back in towards the inner thigh or knee. This time square our hips towards the front of our mat. Maybe take the half lotus variation with the left foot up in your right hip crease. Flex your right toes, reach up. Exhale, surrender. Let that right hamstring actually start to disengage. Actually settle in. Are you clenching your shoulders, your jaw? Breathe and let the tension evaporate. Inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, take your left foot out in front of you. Make your way onto your back. Give your knees a hug. Open up your knees out wide and just find some hip circles. Moving the knees out and then down towards the front of your mat, back together into your chest. And reverse the direction. And turn to stillness. Take your feet onto your mat. Maybe slide your way into Shavasana. But if you do want to join me in plow pose first, take your legs up so that they're facing the sky or roof. Ever so slowly, use your palms on your mat to help you lift on up, sending your legs back behind you until your toes can touch. Maybe snuggling those shoulders under a little bit. Feel a nice opening all the way through your spine. And maybe bend your knees, wrapping them around your ears. Do your best to let the upper spine really just relax. Closing your eyes. And ever so slowly, roll through the spine, coming out of plow. Extend your legs all the way to the corners of your mat. Keep your palms to face up. And let your lower belly sink towards your back. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Maybe finding a slight opening of the mouth. Let the bottoms of your hands actually touch and melt towards the space around you. Let your fingers just curl so slightly in their naturally relaxed position. Just listen to your breath. Allow yourself to notice where your brain feels calm and spacious, relaxed and open-minded. I encourage you to take some time in Shavasana. Thank you so much for joining me, taking care of your body and mind. If you enjoyed this session, feel free to subscribe if you would like. Hit that like button and comment down below telling me what your favorite way to relax is. Namaste.